So I think it could work out for them, but we'll have to see from this game. So far, just the Ashe and the Nocturne bans. Um, yeah, Nocturne a classic ban against Hot Soup 5. Hey
Yes,
Dude
indeed it
5
is.
actually technically played a game
You
today,
used to be cool.
but not not for Sentinels. There was an emergency, a super emergency replacement earlier today that required his presence.
Yeah, I'm honestly looked really good in that game, pulling out the Vigar support. But we
Yeah,
also have a Kha'Zix ban against Hatsu 5, not letting him get that champion he's really comfortable in popping off on.
yeah. I don't. It seems. I'm curious to see if they just hard ban out Hot Soup 5 right here. It's a very distinct possibility. I don't know what the third ban would be
Spear
though. So,
will find your back.
but so far 4 jungle bans.
Yeah, and another one. Pantheon ban coming out. It's good.
Right. Yeah.
And
Well. Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Ash is
fourth one,
down.
right? Yeah. No, Ash Jungle is the new meta. Did you know?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Listen, we played Morgana earlier, so yeah. Who knows? And right away, the Warwick
Woo.
first pick.
Uh,
That's it's a solid jungler right there, and that. I mean, they already took 4 junglers off the map, so not too bad.
Yeah, it's also a jungler. Actually, I'm gonna call it right now. That's going top lane. That's an Uptown Cord pick.
Ooh, all right, all right. I don't. I see. Uptown Cord's rather new to the league here. I don't know his champ pool, so yeah, distinct possibility, I guess. Of course, it's followed up with a Nautilus and a Cass on the other side. 2 solid, just not really showing the whole comp picks right there.
Yeah.
And an Ezreal, and let's see what else they pick.
I mean, we know that Alpha S plays a lot of different champions, right? That
Right.
Cassiopeia could easily go to
That's
bot lane
true.
as well.
That could be a bot lane. That could absolutely. Cass is actually a pretty. Well, never mind. Kaisa kind of
Yep, signifies
makes
that one.
it.
I mean, could be
There you go.
Kaisa mid, but most
It
likely
could
not.
be unlikely though. Cass is actually a pretty highly played bot laner these days, especially in high elo. But you don't. I don't know. I don't see it that often personally, but you never know. But yeah, it looks like both bot lanes are locked in here. It's going to be an Ezreal Morgana against a Kaisa Nautilus, most likely.
Hey,
I
never pick a fight
I
you
think I
can't
give
win.
the edge to the Ezreal Morgana right now, just because Nautilus does not play well into Morgana.
Honestly, it's
But
a skill matchup, right? We've seen Hey
exactly,
Dude 5 not play super well in the Morgana, missing some black shields that should have been hit. So
right?
if Mr. Neat can pull those hooks, it's going to be really good
Yep,
for him.
yep. Turns out hitting your abilities is important.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, all this stacks up the Kaisa passive
it's
very, very well.
exactly
It
that's
does tons
very
of
true.
damage.
Yeah, Nautilus just really enables the Kaisa to do so much if he as long as he just
Who questions
lands
my
that hook, which
ability?
is not a hard hook to land. I would argue it's the easiest hook in the game, unless you count Darius's, but that's short range.
Yeah, and we see a lot more jungler bans coming out. The
Wow.
Maokai, the Set, and the Wukong all being banned out.
Yeah,
Which,
they don't want junglers to do anything this game. It
yeah,
seems. So,
but they
but
left the
the
J4.
the J4 is still alive.
And honestly, the
Zach.
J4 pick here, the
Oh,
Zac,
nope.
kind of fills that same role, though, of going in,
I
getting
would
the
say so.
knockups, and allowing for the Cassiopeia just to sit back and throw out the fangs of damage.
Yeah, right now it looks like it is gonna depend on the mid lane pick for Sentinels here, but the carries on Raptor sides are both fairly late game carries, so they're not really looking to play early game and just win it like that.
Oh, this is
A
interesting.
Galio, ooh, interesting.
So
That Galio could be mid.
I think it is mid for Mouse Mazing. I mean,
Yeah.
Galio right now has a very strong win rate against Cassiopeia. I think it's like
Right.
55% if I checked correctly a couple days ago. But
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, it seems like a really good matchup just because you can dash in, get the the taunt off.
Oh, and a Shyvana. So okay, so the Warwick is definitely top. That's almost certainly an AP Shyvana in the jungle. HP Shyvana is super annoying if it's played correctly, because that E just does an absurd amount of damage. It can one shot people almost. So,
Yeah, but the the front line from the Raptors is so strong with that
I
Nautilus and
agree.
Zach. You're gonna have to
And
have
Flood.
some insane flanks on the Shyvana if you're gonna want to hit the Kaisa and the Cassiopeia.
Yeah. I really these actually are both two pretty solid comps here. Okay, I was gonna say they have to switch that. There's no way it's Zach. It's no way it's Zach ADC. Okay. Um, both comps here are pretty solid. They both have strong front lines. I would say Sentinels here has a little bit less range damage. They really have to rely on the Shyvana to be ulting to do a lot more than just the Ezreal poke.
Mm-hmm.
But that Shyvana, those Shyvana E's are so hard to dodge and just do a million damage. So Pogs has to play this Cassiopeia really well in order to avoid just getting one shot by the Shyvana.
I mean, that's fair, but again, Raptors have such a strong front to back team fight.
Yeah,
It's a very
I
easy composition to pull off, and they've shown that they can play to a high skill level. It's just
absolutely
a
they
lot of their macro that's been suffering these games. So,
agreed. Yeah, they have a ton of engage between the Kledel, the Zac, and the Nautilus. There's so much they can basically choose whatever fight they want if they play it right. Um, because even if the Shyvana goes in, they can kind of just peel that away if they do it correctly. Both teams actually have a ton of engage. Really, actually, now that I'm looking at it, there's so much engage on both teams. So this is probably going to be a. I'm hoping to see a real bloody game here.
oh
It's going to
yeah,
be a lot of kills.
I think everyone's hoping for a bloody game,
Oh yeah.
especially. I mean,
Um.
if I were these teams, I'd like to play it a little bit slower, and because this game means a lot. This series,
Right.
whoever
This
loses
is
the series doesn't get into playoffs. So,
right. Exactly. So if I remember correctly, 2-0 practically guarantees a playoff spot. One and
not
one.
necessarily. It
Right.
guarantees a
Right. Right.
chance for it.
Okay. So if they go 1-1, are they both out?
No, again,
I
so
don't remember.
Raptors is playing Sentinels this week, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
Mountain next
Mountain.
week.
So yeah. Okay.
And that Mountain Scuttle game is also being played right now, and it will be shown tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Stay
I think
tuned.
isn't it at 10 tonight actually?
I
I
do
think
not
they
believe so.
adjusted. I believe they
Did
adjusted
they
the
send a
schedule.
message out?
Yeah, they adjusted the schedule. I believe that game is
Oh,
playing at
okay.
10
I
p.m.
must have missed
tonight.
that memo.
But they are playing it right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So the
so
outcome of that game also affects this because if Mountain goes
yes,
2-0, then I don't
it.
see it's
Yeah,
going to be hard for either team. But if Scuttle goes 2-0, Mountain's only sitting at 2 wins. So, I mean,
right. So they
you need to pick up any win you
exactly.
can.
That's right. Well, both teams don't really care about any of that. They're just looking to win both games no matter what. So they don't really. No team is interested in splitting here, as really any team would expect. But hey, we're gonna have to see. I think I give the draft advantage to Raptors though. I like their team a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Although,
Um,
on the fun side of things, Sentinels, again, picking for comfort,
right.
and they
Oh
look
yeah.
really good. Or, I mean, they looked really good in past seasons doing this stuff. So, we wonder if they pull it together tonight.
We'll have to see. I think the Kled pick is really nice into Warwick because even if Warwick tries to jump on Kled and have some weird one shot build, Kled just you know loses his mount and then walks away. So
Yeah, and I also
we'll have
like
to see
the
how well that Kled plays.
healing reduction
Charismatics.
with
Yeah,
Bear
yeah.
Trap on a rope into Warwick. Seems
Oh,
like
that's
a
actually
pretty good
sick.
pickup.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Charismatic has been showing up in most of these games, so maybe he can just hard carry it from the top lane with the Kled. If Kled pops off, it's so hard to deal with him split pushing.
Yeah. And speaking of people popping off, Pogs last week was absolutely insane in those games.
Oh
And
yeah,
a lot of their losses too, Pogs has looked really, really strong with, I mean, not the greatest KDAs because you're losing most of your games, but he's
right.
been doing a lot of damage. He's been in the right spot. In team fights, he does his job. So if they can play around him, I think Raptors can easily take this series. But again, he has a very tough matchup going into Mouse Mazing.
Absolutely, Mouse Mazing. Yeah, exactly. Mouse Mazing is the really the. I mean, Mouse Mazing and Tucker are the big carries for Sentinels. So both are trying to really just start up and smack Raptors here.
Yeah. And we're in game, but currently sitting at 0 seconds.
There it is.
As soon as I mention it, of course. And Riot did bless me once again with that Windows notification bug.
Oh yeah, me too.
Gotta love
I
it.
didn't realize, yeah. Even in spectator mode, it doesn't escape. We can't escape it. So.
I mean, why would
Teams
you
coming
want
out
to?
across the map. It looks like. I don't know. It seems like Sentinels is looking for an invade, and Raptors are just gonna 5-point.
Ooh.
So.
I mean, with the
Not too
Morgana,
much action.
this might work out really well. Alpharis is he's probably gonna face tank this if Raptors go in.
30 seconds until minions
Interesting.
spawn.
It looks like Sentinels right now just looking for the counter invade, hoping that the other team just walks into their faces. But I feel like most teams would not walk into a Morgana. That seems like a mistake to me.
Yeah,
A Morgana Galio, for that matter.
if you're doing this as Sentinels, I really like dropping just one ward right here because you can get to the bush first, and you see if they're going to be coming in.
Yep. But
'Cause
yeah,
now-
looks
now they
like
don't know.
nothing-
Yeah, they have no
nothing's
vision.
gonna
They,
happen. No vision throwdown. Everyone just stood at their posts. Not too much going on, which I think really makes sense. These games are super important for both teams. They don't want to throw it away right away.
yeah, but getting that early advantage. I mean,
That's true.
why would you
but
not
it's a
want to
risk.
start with an extra 400 gold?
That's true, but you could also start down an extra 1,000 gold. No team has ever lost 3-0 at the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah, nobody would ever do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like bot lane starts from both junglers, and we're just gonna see it. So Shyvana is definitely just gonna hard farm for a good while here. And Snack doesn't really have much gank pressure either until at least level 5. So
I mean,
I
once you
imagine we're not.
get level 4, the 2 points into the E for the distance, it's not bad. Plus you got the Nautilus hook and I guess the bear trap on the rope, kind of.
Yeah. They're gonna have to. Yeah, the ganks are gonna really have to rely on the lane pressure as it stands. So a little bit of action in the bot lane. I don't know if much is gonna come out. Ooh, Tucker actually. Oh!
Oh! Alpha is popping up right there, flashing forward to get that passive procced off. That is a dead Tucker.
Yeah. You can't dodge the Kaisa Q, as it turns out. It just hits. So Tucker dying with heal there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if it would have helped him. So
Honestly, yeah, if he used it, he would have lived. But saving
and
the
there's
summon
another
stuff.
kill top lane. Charismatic just kills the Warwick. Loses his mount, but that's kind of the point of it, is to use it to tank tower.
Yeah, we got Hot Soup on the back of this, looking for the final kill on Charismatic. He still has the flash up, but he was seen going into that bush. Zach is coming
he
up.
dodges the Q. He's got his mount back. Can he actually win this?
Oh my god, Charismatic,
He's
no!
gonna win this.
Don't do it to him! Oh, Zach doesn't even get the assist. Charismatic 2-0 already.
2 solo kills. Those stats from the... I don't think that was top lane solo kills, actually, but... Charismatic just popping up with 2 solo kills right there. No big deal. He's going to be coming back to lane a real fat Kled. That's scary for the Warwick, because now he's not going to be able to step up in lane at all.
And the Warwick only had 2 CS when they died, so it's a little unfortunate. Shinwa going in the mid lane. Good dodge from Mouse Amazing, though, using that dive to get away.
So I think did Kled get doubles there? No, he just got red. Red, even with just red there though, that's gonna be a huge problem for Warwick.
Yeah.
You can't deal with a red buff Kled with
Pings out on the Zac, though, going in.
Oh.
Shinwa does have the jump, but is unable to get it. The taunt comes out, pops the passive, and who are they going to give this kill to?
No, they have-
Oh,
no,
teleport
they-
coming in. It's going to be saved. Kaisa running up as well. Cassiopeia is here, and they're turning this fight around with a good TP. Raptors on top of things, and Kled is in the mix, getting poked down a little bit, but still has his mount, and they're going to back away, saving their jungler.
Wow. So yeah, if you actually, we didn't pick up on this earlier, but Raptors actually has 3 teleports on their team, so, and a Zac. So yeah, that Zac is almost never gonna die in his passive.
Well,
Ideally, that's crazy. Wow.
It's a good thing they didn't use all 3 teleports on different blobs.
Right.
You'd be
Seems
really
they were
healthy
well
when you were
coordinated.
spawned, though.
That's true.
And this,
Oh, and a good
oh my
hook.
god.
Is he dead? I don't think he's died from that, no. But Tucker is getting poked out here. He's starting to get a pretty decent CS deficit at this point. And he's got to back soon. They can practically die. Maybe not die, but
I mean, Hey Dude 5 has little mana as well. But I was gonna point out earlier, Warwick Uptown Chord shoved in a giant wave to Charismatic, but unfortunately it didn't get into the turret after Charismatic TP'd.
no.
So he's able just to get pretty much all of that wave and evened up
he's
the
just gonna
CF
freeze it
deficit.
there.
Oh, and Hasu, bad spot. He has flash up, but there's TP down from the Nautilus going in. That was amazing in the middle of things, going on to Pogs, trying to do what he can, but Alphys on the backside. We have Zach jumping into the pit, looking for the smite. Shyvana gets it, Ezreal with a kill, and now we have 2v3 right here. Morgana missing the Q, but Hatsu's able to get out alive. Never mind, Tucker's in a bad spot, flashing forward. And now we have a fight in the top lane.
Didn't have the jump out from the Ezreal apparently. So wow. All right. So Sentinels does grab the dragon, which is huge, which is very important when you have a Shyvana. Shyvana needs those dragons. Although Shyvana's not gonna be able to take this camp actually. She's too low. Oh, actually no, JK.
She's got it. They got it.
They grab the dragon, but the Kai'Sa is now 3-0. That's gonna start being real scary for that bot lane. A fed Kai'Sa is not what you want to see.
Yeah, and honestly, some of the early game issues with Kai'Sa are when you are forced to go into this tier build. Or, I mean, you want to go into this tier build, but buying the tier just sets you behind.
Yep.
The 3-0 just picks up the mana immune right away.
A 6.5 minute mana immune, no big deal. That's gonna stack up real quick too. So that's yeah. The Ezreal currently is sitting on only mana items and boots, so there's a huge damage discrepancy bot lane right now.
Yes, there is. And I feel like it's just going to get worse. Although, Tucker did pick up 2 kills in the fight, so he's not the furthest behind, so... And
Tucker,
Ezreal
yeah,
does scale greatly into the late game, and they're looking for this Ezreal just to hit the 2-item power spike. But gank in the mid lane, going down, taunt coming out. But nothing much coming of it.
Mouse Basing was actually trying to escape with his E there and accidentally ended up hitting
Hook in the bot. Morgana's going low. Passive proc, but the Black Shield is able to stave off a lot of that damage.
Yeah. If she didn't have the Black Shield on right there, that would have been a very chunky Morgana. So good to see though. But yeah, the Ezreal is gonna start really falling behind here. I think if Alphys plays it correctly. He has just so much of a damage advantage. Oh, the fight mid lane, sort of.
Oh, flash from Mouse Amazing.
Oh,
Barely gets the caught. Oh, he's able to get the kill. Now Pog's in a bad spot. Dodge from the ult from Mouse Amazing. But Hatsup is slain by these fangs. And there's a red buff on this Cass, but she can't get it. Oh, she does with the poison.
Oh, man.
2-0-2 on Pogs.
Yeah. So the Raptors right now have the kills exactly where they want them. They have a fed top laner, they have a fed mid laner, they have a fed ADC. Those are exactly the people that are trying to carry this game. And like, you don't. It's always such a struggle to deal with the late game carries of Cass and Kai'Sa. Like Cass and Kai'Sa both went tier builds, but they're already fed. So that's it just mitigates the fact that they went for the tier builds, which really doesn't give them damage early, and now they're just gonna really struggle into these comps.
You got a gank in the top lane though. Hatsu 5 only level 5 to the 7 of this. Yeah, good TP coming out. Galio coming in as well though. They're able to pick up one onto the Warwick. Taunt is not no remount. And Alpha is now in a bad spot versus 2. He's doing work. He ults forward and actually kills Shyvana. Mouse Amazing now stepping forward to help his jungler, and whew. Good TP from Alphys.
That Kai'Sa is doing a lot of damage. By the way, bought a blasting wand before that fight, so that's gonna be that looks like it's gonna be an AP Shyvana, I guess.
No, it's going to into the Rage Blade.
Oh right, that's
yeah.
Listen,
I'm assuming had 850 instead of 875 for the pickaxe.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I don't build Rage Blade very often as a support main. So I don't know what the build is for that. You're right. Blasting Wand is a Rage Blade on it.
Definitely. And we've gank come down the bot lane. This Sentinel's bot lane stepped up a little far. Tucker is here. We'll have the black shield from Morgana if they jump on him. It looks
But
like
here comes the Shyvana. That's a ult ready Shyvana right there. So
black shield. All right, that's good. Yeah, they're out.
good bind. Good bind.
Yeah,
Zach does have his passive back up now.
interesting. Hatsu 5 actually going for the AD. AD style build Shyvana instead of the AP that you pointed out.
Yeah, I assumed it was.
Mouse Mason going in for the taunt, gets one man, but good cast stun onto two members. Pog's trying to run away, flash forward, and gets the shutdown right there. And now we have Shinwa in a bad spot. Passive is prop. And now Sentinels looking to pick up another couple here.
Wow.
Q comes down from Morgana, a couple auto attacks. Ignite takes him down, and that is a 3-for-0 for Sentinels. This game is bloody.
So despite having the triple teleport on Raptors right there, none of them had teleport up for that play. So they could not save the Zac passive. And that just gives another dragon over to the Shyvana. So, in case you don't know, Shyvana gets extra armor and MR every dragon and I think Rift they take. So every dragon they take is just giving them extra tank stats and allowing them to deal different damage without having to worry about not being a tanky Shyvana.
Yeah, we can just hover that passive right now, just so everybody in chat can rate it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So right now it's an interesting just gold differential on both teams. The
Charismatic just walking and taking Shyvana's whole topside jungle, and now fighting her and looking for the kill. Shyvana is pretty big and has the ultimate though. Galio coming down.
Oh, he got
Charismatic flashes away from it.
Was,
So close.
the mountain was on the way as he died.
Yeah, but Zac jumping and Shinwa looking for the Hatsu. Gets it with the last auto attack. Now he's in a bad spot though, in between two members. Up down court here, gets it suppressed. Zac passive not up yet, I believe. And that will be a kill for Mouse Mazing as well.
That's a lot of CC, turns out. Yeah. See, between the Warwick ult and then just Galio doing Galio things, hard to deal with.
Yeah, they chained it super well, which is good to see. But, I mean, Charismatic in this top lane is super far ahead. Good cast ult right there. Doesn't even get the taunt off. Stopping Mouse Mazing in his tracks. That was sick.
Just smacking him.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is though, that Galio has double buffs, so it's hard to actually fight him unless he decides to full engage.
Yeah, the red buff will let him heal up. But
Exactly.
what I was saying before is Charismatic is super far ahead up down court right here. 77 to 45 in CS. And he's just going to be looking to push this lead. And we saw it before in those 44 fights. Charismatic was actually trying to run down across the map to help his team out, but unfortunately didn't have the ult. And then it's just pushing his advantage by getting deep vision.
Whoa, Hey Dude is going in right now. Mr. Neat is kind of caught out. Yep, there. Ezreal just blows him up pretty much.
Yeah, and we see Sentinels responding very well to a lot of the aggression Raptors are putting out.
So I think if Raptors is trying to, win this game, which obviously they are, they just need to slow it down. Because if you look at the CS scores right now, they're way ahead top, about even jungle, about even mid lane, and way ahead bot. All they need to do is
Zac engaged onto Ezreal, but good black shield getting him out. Kaisa ulting in though, onto Hey Dude 5. 2 teleports coming in, just one, I lied. Pogs is here, Ezreal's got nowhere to go.
He's got it.
Oh, flash forward from Pogs, and that is a double kill for the Cassiopeia.
And just like that, the Cass is fed. You don't want to see that if you're a Sentinels fan. That's a fed Cassiopeia now.
No, the late game scaling on that champ is super strong. Plus, she's a lane bully, so yeah, Pogs popping off
about
once
not
again.
having to buy boots. If you don't have to buy boots, you just get an extra item right away. So it's actually a very cost efficient champion because you don't have to spend any money on boots. You also don't get to buy boots, which is a issue on its own.
Charismatic though is putting so much pressure in this top side, shoving in turrets and then just getting a lot of this jungle from the enemy Shyvana. Now he's looking to solo this.
He's just doing Herald. Yeah, he's just doing it on his own.
Yeah, they have no idea.
Oh, now they do.
Yeah, now they do.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might
they
be a
suck,
little bit too late though.
but they can't contest it.
Yeah, especially because Kai'Sa's TP is almost up. So if they do try to fight this, it would be a 4v3.
The triple TP is a team comp I've not seen in a long time, but I love it. It's sick. Triple TP is so good.
And they're playing
Dude.
really well with it too.
Yeah, triple TP and the Zac, like that's how you do it.
4 TPs and a Zac. You just have them go in. Everybody TPs on top of the blobs.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta go Yumi, and instead of running Ignite, Exhaust, you run Exhaust, TP. Yeah.
We might have something in the bot lane. Never mind. Just pink ward
No,
cleaning out.
Dragon's about to come up, so people are just fighting over the vision there.
Which is smart.
Raptors do need to start looking at dealing with the dragon. They really can't.
Oh no, they're
They can
diving. They're going to be
technically
seen
give
here.
up one more-
Oh, Mouse Amazing going in with a two-man taunt onto the Kai'Sa, blowing up everyone. And look, Shinwa's trying to run away with the ult. Can't get that. Kled is in the mix, though, going on to Tucker, but has to back away with that ultimate. Morg binding onto the Zac. He's going to be popped. And now Raptors just need to give this one up. There's no way they win this fight. The Cassiopeia turning around with a good ult, but they can't do this. Chase down onto 2 members. Charismatic is popped as well. And they just pick up a clean ace on the side of Sentinels. 15 to 12 in kills.
Well, so as I was saying, they really can't give up more than one dragon at this point, and I guess they're gonna have to give this one up. So every dragon after this, they have to fight, which is it just puts yourself in a tough position when you have to fight at a certain point in the game, you know. So they're gonna have to really just ward well. They just who died first there? Was it Mr. Neat?
It was Mr. Neat.
So yeah, that's just got to look for the right targets, I guess. I don't know. It is a tough fight because that's the thing with Sentinel's comp is that they have a decent amount of like if you go on the Warwick, he has a lot of healing. If you go on the Ezreal, he can just E away. If you go on the Galio, he's just a kind of a tank despite building so much magic damage. And the same with Shyvana. Shyvana gets free stats from every dragon. So.
Also, I lied. It just Alpha's just built straight into the Luden's Echo.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's an
Getting
AP.
that W evolved. That's AP.
Yeah. Okay.
My
so I was
bad
right.
there.
Yeah. How dare you criticize my?
I'm very sorry. That was it is an AP Kai'Sa and an 80 Shyvana.
So those Kai'Sa W's right now are going to smack all the non-tanks in this game. The thing is, the Shyvana when
interesting. He's dropping it under turret, but Mouse Amazing goes in with another double taunt. Mr. Needs super low. Shinwa has to flash away as well. Hatsu 5 not able to finish it, but they can save the turret with the last auto attack.
His turret survived. That's first turret, by the way. No turrets have gone down yet. Although, looks like mid lane might actually go down, unless Alfaris can save it.
Yeah, they don't have the Ezreal with them right now, so unfortunately can't push it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be real with everyone for a second, Twitch chat and you, Paco. When this game was a 3-0 Kled, a 2-0 Cassiopeia, a 3-1 Kai'Sa, I was like, all right, it's over. This one's done. Raptors win this. But Sentinels have been able to find so many good fights off the back of Mouse Amazing and Hatsu 5 that it's just look. It's turned it around. It's a 1k gold lead for them, and they got 3 dragons stacked up already.
Oh yeah, and exactly that. Having 3 dragons is just such a tough pin to be against, because it means you either have to give up soul and hope for the Elder play, or just fight every single dragon from now on, and you have to do that 4 times in a row. Which is not an easy feat. All you need is a steal, and then you lose soul. So, fortunately for Raptors, I guess though, it is Mountain Soul, which I would argue is probably between that and Air, it's probably the worst soul currently right now in the game. So they do have that advantage, I guess, but losing 4 dragons to none it just hurts.
That is true. And Sentinels right now looking to push their advantages trying to go forward.
Oh, got
Ezreal
Ezreal.
getting hooked, but he does have Mouse Mazing on the backside. Mr.
my
Nee is by
God.
himself. Zach going in, but he's already blown up.
Backwards.
Ezreal the wrong way, but you don't even need it. You already killed the
Didn't
guy.
need it. He did not need it. Okay. I actually wonder if, well, no, if the Nautilus just got popped by the
Yeah,
Galio
and it's
Ezreal
just-
damage.
Looking like a little bit of miscommunication, which is what we are criticizing for Raptors for before, right? Yet Mr. Neat's going in. He has the Zach here. He has the Cassiopeia there, but nobody follows up on it. He hits a good hook,
Right.
and he's just left alone. I mean, that was an easy pick onto Tucker if people followed up.
Right, because I don't think Tucker actually had E up there. At least he didn't. He didn't buffer it when he got hooked. So I don't think he had E. Meanwhile, Sentinel's just sitting on a ward.
Oh yeah, 3 people stacked up right here.
Uh-oh.
Ezreal taking a lot of damage. Good flash out from
Oh,
Pog.
no!
Binding hits, but he has the Seraph and ults. Not enough damage to take him or Shinua
So
out.
close.
But
Pog's there being a little disrespectful, honestly. He saw their entire team there, and he had to flash away. Because he just walked up too far.
But yeah,
Um,
Sentinels poking him out means they can just get priority over Dragon. Mr. Neat caught out by a taunt once again. He's going to be going down 0-6 right here on this champion. Hatsu 5 on a killing spree. 6-4, 7 on the Shyvana. Looking real good right now. And Mountain Soul is going to be spawning in about 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Somebody just pinged it.
I would just like to mention the vision scores out of both supports are a little questionable right now. As a support main, this is hurting my feelings.
I mean, you don't need to put vision down if you're going to be fighting all the time. You know where they are.
True. I guess that's true.
What's the point of warding a jungle once everyone's going mid lane and fighting?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Shyvana though actually has the highest vision score in the game, which should not happen, by the way, fellow support mains. You should always be able to out vision.
tell that to Zabel. And we just got Shinua going down, trying to do something and take that Dragon Soul away, but unfortunately
yeah, that
cat
was
eyed by
Soul.
Black Binding.
Yeah, that was just Soul right there. Soul is gone at 22 minutes even. That's fast even for Bramble. That's pretty much as fast as you can possibly take it.
Which is absolutely insane, seeing how this game started in Raptors' favor.
Right? Yeah. So now though, the thing is with taking Dragon Soul that early is that Elder will be up at what I think is 27, 28 minutes. And getting Elder would make such a massive difference for this Raptors team.
Oh,
A
hook
decent
onto
hook,
the Ezreal. Good buffer, though. E getting out of that one. I thought that was a fight. Mr. Neat trying to flex. Good Ezreal's ult stopping 3 backs. A little DM.
There you go.
But-
Didn't kill anyone, but stopped the backs, which is very important actually. Turns out.
Another.
Ezreal is going in.
Ooh. Looking for the Zac, but oh,
Good flash.
good. Yeah, he's
I
out.
think that was necessary.
The crazy thing about the Sentinels team right here is their Baron take is so dang fast.
That's
With
so
that
weird.
80 attack speed Shyvana build and the Ezreal sitting on the Triforce already with the Manamune completed. Yeah,
Ooh,
they
good
can burst
hook.
this. Yeah, he's gonna get out.
Here's the
Shyvana
fight.
going straight in with the Galio on top of him. Good Cassiopeia holding people in place. Zac passive gonna be popped. Never mind, he's just dead. Kled is dead as well, unmounted. Mouse Mason still going in, flashes forward, getting the last auto attack. Tucker's able to get that Q, and they're looking for
Fine.
the Baron turning around here. Hatsu 5 taking a little bit of poke, but Pogs getting chunked out by Ezreal. Alpha is doing what he can, but unfortunately, Tucker is really far ahead right now, sitting at 8-3.
Yeah.
And barely misses.
So Ezreal, when he gets his Mirror Mana and the Triforce, just does an insane amount of damage with his Q. And you saw he hit one Q on Alvarez and it did like I think 40% of his HP. It's so hard to deal with an Ezreal at this point. He's gonna back and buy a lot more items too. I'm pretty sure.
And it's actually kind of an interesting comparison. Ezreal Q right now, we can look at it. Does about 500 damage. And that's on
That's not even including the Triforce.
Not exactly. It's on a 3.15 second cooldown. The Kai'Sa W, for this Kaisa build does about, say, 600 damage, maybe 700, on a 8-second cooldown. So
I would
Ezreal's just
argue-
putting down a lot more damage with those short cooldowns hitting it.
And keep in mind, I guess Q doesn't give itself more cooldown, but the Ezreal Q gives his other abilities more cooldown. And Kai'Sa's W is arguably way easier to dodge than the Ezreal Q. So yeah, it's the Ezreal is looking pretty dangerous right now to deal with.
And I mean, Alphar's turning this into a poke champion, but the Shyvana has a Wit's End and Adaptive Helm already. She's gonna eat those up for breakfast. I was looking forward. They got Baron up. Sentinels pushing down this mid turret. Ezreal onto Alphar's, doing about half health. Binding lands. They can take this turret right here. Yep. And they're just steamrolling down this mid lane. Kled is on the backside looking for an engage, but honestly,
I don't think they
with
have
the
it.
Mountain Soul, Sentinels just feel so far ahead. And Tucker just jumping under turret, poking out Pogs.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Pogs
have to
is
run
low
away.
now, so he's got it back. They still have the Baron buff, so I don't know how they're gonna defend this.
Honestly,
tower here.
they're calling not to defend it and just stall as long as they can for the Kled to push in the bot lane. Because
Yeah,
if they can get a
so-
couple of turrets
wow.
traded, I think it's worth. But
So
unfortunately,
right
this
now,
one's just going down.
right now, the biggest advantage that Raptors has.
Oh, Shyvana going in. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We got to
wow.
go for it. Jumping forward, getting onto Pogs, but Black Shield will just let him walk away from that one.
That's an hip, which they kind of had already. So right now, the biggest discrepancy Raptors is able to take advantage of is that top lane. Kled already has more than double the CS that the Warwick has.
Almost a Flame Horizon.
Yeah, a Flame Horizon at 27 minutes is pretty insane, and he practically has it. So I think Raptors' way into this game is just hard split push with the Kled, and just hope with that they don't lose those 4v5 team fights.
Yeah, the issue with that is you got this dragon coming up in about a
Yeah,
minute,
they do.
and it's gonna look pretty dirty for Sentinels if they can grab it.
Yeah,
And pretty
No,
over for
they
Raptors.
need to fight this. If Raptors get this, they're still in the game.
The death brushing.
If Sentinels get this, it's almost over. Oh,
Can they get it? Can they
might
find
be-
it? They
Can
found
they do
Hatsu. He's going in. Black Shield allows him just to walk out though. Kled's in the middle of the fight. Ezreal going across 3. Cassiopeia stuns up a couple, but Ezreal on the back line, able to pick up the Kaisa. And now they're going in, and Sentinels are just walking away for this. Cassiopeia doing what he can, but just gets blown up. Kled remounting, but unfortunately gets dismounted immediately, and the Zac has to run away. Tail between his
TP mid,
globlets.
they're trying to end the game.
Oh yeah, they're catching out this Zac right here.
Oh man,
Shinua's
that was
in a bad
great
spot.
TP. What an amazing TP that was. That was actually an incredible teleport.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Super smart from that guy. That was very well
man,
played.
that's the end of the game, I think.
Yeah, able to push it out. Sentinels, honestly, falling behind about 3k gold in the early game, and just being patient, waiting, knowing they can fight in with this amazing front line with Mouse Mazing and Hatsu. And this AD Shyvana has looked so much better and cleaner than the AP in past games. We love to see it from Hatsu 5. They pulled up a win. Charismatic disconnected, and we got a fun series on our hands right here.
Oh yeah. Wow, the Sentinels actually looked very decisive in using their advantage just to force fights and just cleaning them up. Despite having that kill discrepancy, the Raptors team just had the kills in the right places, but couldn't use them. Couldn't use them to close the game out.
No, they could not. But that ends our game 1. Sentinels taking that. We'll have to see if we're going to watch Sentinels walk away with 2-0 or if Raptors can cluck back in game 2. We're going to send it to a 5-minute timer and be right back. Hello, 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 and welcome back, Rekt League. We have a fun series on our hands here between Sentinels and Raptors. We saw,
Let's go.
Raptors get off to an early lead that game one, and Sentinels brought it back swinging. It was hype.
Yeah, that was a super exciting first game. Both teams clearly putting their all into winning these games. They really want to make playoffs here.
Yeah, and it honestly looked like Raptors knew they were ahead and were trying to force things that they didn't have to, and they just didn't fight around objectives, which is what Sentinels was doing, and we saw it with a 22 Mountain Soul right there, which is insane to boot.
Yeah. That was a super fast soul take for the team that was really kind of behind the whole Orla game, in any rate. So Dragon Control, I think, is going to be a huge factor in this second game here.
Yeah, and honestly, Mouse Amazing looked super good. Hot Soup looked really good. Uptown didn't look the best, but he did his job. Tucker looked super good. Hey Dude looked super good. This is the Sentinels we've wanted to see for 6 weeks, and they finally came out and brought it.
And on the other side, at least in the early game, Charismatic, Pogs, and Faris looked super good. Like you said, they both teams are looking like they're really trying to win all of these games here. But let's get right into it. And with the ban phase, we see Kha'Zix and Ashe already banned. These are pretty standard for these two teams, it seems.
Yeah, it's a very similar ban to the last time. The Kassadin ban against Mouse Amazing. Not letting that Diamond player get onto a late game scaling champ. Pretty smart.
So Raptors has first pick here, and they haven't banned Nocturne yet. I'm curious to see if they just pick it. I would love to see the pick away from Hot Soup 5 of just grabbing the Nocturne.
Interesting.
But we have to see what this last ban is.
I don't think Hot Soup 5's actually played Nocturne in the Rec League yet this season.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's been permabanned.
I'll have to double check those stats after the game.
I would have to double check that, absolutely. And there's Morgana, so Nocturne is up. Nocturne is up. I'm so sure that Raptors is going to grab the Nocturne here. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Yeah, wanting and being sure is two different things, but we'll have to see.
Well,
Oh, wait.
They did it.
Never
Okay,
mind.
Wow. Okay.
Contested pick. Good call, Paco.
So who's gonna? What's the first pick here then?
I mean,
I don't know.
you know, my first pick is always Caitlyn, but that's just me.
That's just you. Exactly.
Yeah. I think, honestly, getting a strong jungler, if you want, to grab the J4 or something similar to that is very good. Picking the Cassiopeia is also very strong. Pogs looked so good on that champion. Yeah. It just does allow for Mouse Amazing to have a counter pick, and the Galio worked really well into it, so might as well run it back.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're going to grab the Warwick right away.
Which is,
I
think okay.
Maybe just the Ezreal. Okay.
Yeah.
So they might hold on to that Warwick pick.
Yeah, Tucker looked very good on Ezreal.
If they were going to pick it here, they would have picked it already. But I think Ezreal coming out. Ezreal did look insane last game. So
nobody's worried about the Warwick because it wasn't the strongest pick, and I'm sure Charismatic has tons of champions that can go into it. True. And I don't think they're worried about the ban away. But if they do ban away, I'm very curious to what Uptown Court is going to play top lane.
So interestingly, though, Sentinels did ban the Kled, and as well as the Nocturne from their own team, I guess, really. So Charismatic is going to have to play something else this game. The Kled did look pretty sick for a while there. And yeah. I understand that ban.
It's very strong in lane. Oh, no. What? Picking Blitzcrank, I mean, I know it's Mr. Neat's, one of Mr. Neat's more comfortable champions, but you picking it into a first lock in Ezreal. That's a risky move right there, because Ezreal is one of the biggest lane counters to Blitzcrank, being able to buffer the hook.
So it's against the rules to switch lanes or switch positions right now. So Pogs is a Blitzcrank main. or well, semi main. So I don't think that's going to be the mid laner though. So
No, it's. I mean, they have a Cass and an Echo up. Either one of those is
right,
better. Which
exactly. So pulling out the Blitzcrank is a very interesting pick. I agree into the Ezreal because the Ezreal just has to press E at the right time and he just literally cannot get hooked. It's
I'd,
undoable.
I'd be very interested to see if Raptors want to put Pogs on something other than the Cassiopeia going into Galio.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's going into a Vigar. What am I talking about? Never mind. Scratch
Well,
that.
I would actually
It's a
think I
Galio
actually think
support.
I don't know. It could be Vagar support too.
That is
They
true.
actually
We have seen
they
that.
have some flex picks here.
And-
I think there's some interesting things going on for both teams here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put Cassiopeia into the top lane for Charismatic. Let him bully
Right.
up down Cord really, really hard. And you
Yeah.
got Galio mid with Vigar support. Hey, dude, pulling that one out. And
Hey,
if
dude,
it is,
a well-known Vigar support main.
yeah, if it is Vigar support, then I completely take back what I said about Mr. Neat. The Blitzcrank is a great pickup, and if you hit
Yeah.
those, you kill him all day long.
Oh yeah, if Vagar gets hit by a hook, he's just dead. That's all there is to it. Vagar is not allowed to get hit by hooks. It looks like a potential MF pick for this bot lane,
Which is
which
kind of
yeah.
good. I like it. The
it
Misfortune
is.
Ultimate can act as a giant zone control when looking for a lot of these objectives. So her just stepping forward kind of cuts off one choke point, and with a champion like the Ornn being picked up,
Oh,
you have such good wombo combo potential.
they have some great AoE control. So if Cass hits a great ult, or if Echo hits a sick W, MF just has to press R on all those champions, and they're just all dead. They're all dead. So we're gonna have to see how well those misfortune notes come out.
Yeah, and honestly, I was gonna say
Rammies.
I wanted to see some engage from Hot Soup 5 right here. The Jarvan and Shyvana both being banned away. He picks up the Rammus. One to go fast. He's just gonna be saying okay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be okay in all day long. So interestingly, since they picked up the Blitzcrank so early, he really only has the Vagar as a real target for his hooks right now. Pulling in the Rammus is not great because he taunts you. Pulling in the Galio is not great because he taunts you. Pulling in the Warwick is not great because it can either suppress you or or just press R in the opposite direction. There's really not a lot of good Blitzcrank targets right here.
I mean, you can always just catch somebody out on a pick too, because
True.
none of these champions can really join you if you get picked over a wall. So, I mean, I guess you can use ultimates, and Ezreal can jump in. And Galio has, his ult as well. But if you get the right target, and you can just immediately blow him up with, because you got a Misfortune, the Cassiopeia, and Echo.
Yep.
You can probably blow somebody up pretty fast,
Oh, yeah.
unless it's super late game.
Oh yeah.
So-
The MF cast damage is actually pretty insane if any amount of CC lands on any of their team.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, that and keep in mind the cast. I think it's W. The the big grounding. It doesn't allow Warwick to ult. If he's caught in that. So if they catch Warwick with that and then just hook him, he could just die right away.
I think more importantly, it doesn't allow Ezreal to E away.
That's true. There you go. Yeah,
But
right. Exactly.
We saw
so
Pogs or Tucker play pretty well into that last game,
I would
and
agree.
was pretty far away from the Cassiopeia on a lot of those fights. So, unless they get a good hook.
I think Raptors is hoping to win a little earlier this game. Like so they won the early game last game. They've picked a comp here that wins earlier, I would say. So they're hoping to just take that early game advantage and just push it through. Because the thing about Sentinels comp right here is they don't do a lot of damage until Ezreal just gets 3+ items.
Yeah, but speaking about late game items, you got the Ornn in the top lane, my man.
It's true.
He's going to be
That's
building
true.
those for Cassiopeia, Echo, and Alpharos. All three champions do a lot of damage in the late game. And so if they can stave off a lot of what Sentinels is trying to do, where, they just go death ball They run at you,
Yeah.
they pick up mid-game team fights, and they convert it into a win. If you can slow that down, allow for a lot of disengage using the Cassiopeia and the Ornn, then I think Raptors looks really, really good in these late-game team fights.
Absolutely. I do think a lot of this is going to come down to how well. So, Sentinels right now has actually a ton of CC between the Veigar, the Galio, the Rammus, and the Warwick. They can lock down a single target for a long time, and that's the biggest way to deal with an Echo, in particular. If he can't ult away, he just dies. So throwing all that CC down on the Echo is gonna make it real tough for him to do his thing, which is really press R to get away from fights.
Yeah,
Um,
but
Yeah.
I think Pogs, like last game, played super well early, but
I agree.
in the mid to late game, he needs to be a little bit further back because he kept getting caught out by Mouse Mazing and Hot Soup. It was
So on this team, the Sentinels team though, they do have fewer engage options than they had last game, I think. Um, it's really just the Warwick ult, more or less. And I guess catching someone with a Veigar, you know, Veigar cage. But that's the thing. If they catch anyone in any of their, they have so much CC they can stack on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of itself that if they catch anyone, that person is just going to die right away.
Yeah, plus, I mean, Mouse Mazing, the amount of burst that was coming out of that Galio last game was
yeah, he was
insane.
Galio was doing an insane amount of damage, and Raptors really didn't expect it that much.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were very surprised by the amount of damage that Galio was able to put out.
Honestly, though, I think the winner of this game is going to end up being whoever has the most support in Twitch chat. So show them your love. If you want Raptors to win this game, give them the clucks. If you want Sentinels to win, just don't type anything. Just sit there and watch the game.
Wow.
It's the Sentinels thing. They just
no,
watch,
no
man.
No caster bias at all.
Yeah,
by the
none
way.
at all. I mean, I'm hyped that Sentinels came back. I bet hard on them early season. You see my power rankings on State of the League,
Oh yeah.
and they, oof, we got a 4-man stack up
and
right
we
here.
got oh man, we're gonna see some action level 1 here.
Yeah. But Galio, did he start W? Oh, he's going for the taunt.
He did.
5-man taunt right there, and the Viger cage on top of it. Pogs is going low, gonna get first blood. Galio goes down as well. And we have full-on bloodbath right here. Everyone's going low. Hatsu is super low. Shinwa is going down. Dunker with a kill, and they keep going. Mr. Neat is gonna have the Q back up in 7 seconds, but not looking for it. They're gonna walk away.
Too long. It's way too long.
And that is
It's at the end of
3 dead.
Wow, 3 dead. So I think it was the Ezreal that got first blood. I could be wrong.
It was the
Galio got
Galio
first. Galio
onto the
got
cast.
So Galio is gonna start lane with a Doran's Ring and a Dark Seal. That's actually very scary. That's that, especially with Cass, who does not do a lot of early game damage, because you kind of you really have to do the tier build on Cassiopeia. The Galio is gonna be a huge threat for the Cass to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, even with the cast going up 2-0 last game, the Galio was still such a huge threat.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. Performing super well last game. Can't say it enough. I'm glad he's back.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we got normal starts for the junglers, both starting their bot
Man.
side, going into respective clears. And
The 5-man taunt is
It's
the
so dirty.
absolute ideal for level 1. He literally hit every single person with that, basically a full charge taunt, I think it was.
it was such a smart call out from Sentinels stacking that bush.
Oh yeah.
They just knew it was coming. Level 2's coming out from Alpharos, and
Uh-oh.
Mr. Niche just
Uh-oh.
walking at Tucker.
Oh,
Good
force the
flash.
flash. Yep.
Good
But
flash.
that's all you need to do. Blitzcrank Cook is on like I think it's a 18-second cooldown level 1. Flash is on a 300-second cooldown. It's a little bit of a disparity out there.
Oh, you should have just said 5 minutes.
No. Listen.
No, you're right.
have
You're right. My bad.
I have my summoner timers on seconds, so I only know it by the seconds.
But yeah, Resident Drunk. I think that happened in a game in Season 2, a 5-man taunt with a Jinx. And
Oh,
the Jinx,
yeah,
it was
it would
me.
be over.
I got a triple kill right off the bat and started with a 4-minute BF sword.
Yeah,
And it was
not-
against
not
Paco, by the
ideal.
way.
Same. I remember. I blacked out in that game. I don't remember it.
Oh shit, that was a fun game.
Meanwhile, though, the Ornn actually already has a 10 CS lead, by the way.
Oh, gank in the
Mouse
mid
Missing
lane.
took a lot of damage.
Yeah, he almost actually got the taunt off the Shinwa under tower, which would have been sick. But unfortunately, it just gives up a Dark Harvest stack.
But on the other hand, the Echo didn't get his passive proc there, and if he did, I think that would have been a dead Galio. So it really was. It was actually a very close fight there. Because Galio didn't have that. He was forced to flash in that level 1 scuffle, and good on Shinwa to try to take advantage of that, forcing him out of lane. And now Pogs is gonna get a pretty substantial CS lead here.
Yeah, honestly, Raptors, after that level 1 shenanigans, they're coming back. They brought it back to a 200 gold lead. And Charismatic is playing this lane super well, punishing up down court for even stepping up to these minions.
Yeah.
And Ornn
Yeah,
is just a bully.
Ornn actually can punish the Warwick very, very well. It's actually super scary to deal with. Ooh, meanwhile, the gank bot lane.
Oh, they're going after the Misfortune, get the taunt down, but they turn on to Mr. Neat.
Flash.
He's able to flash away, doesn't have the hook.
There it is!
Oh, he hooks him under turn,
Flash.
Mr. Neat's sick,
Oh,
but
no.
Mouse Amazing is there for the kill onto the Blitzcrank.
4-manning bot lane is illegal.
Yeah.
So,
We should write rules
So-
against that.
yeah. 4-manning bot lane is not allowed like that. If Mouse Missing wasn't there, that's a dead Rammus.
Yeah, that was a very good run from him.
Yeah,
And-
an amazing roam. He is, to be fair, down over 10 CS already at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Both
he's got 2 kills.
Pogs and Charismatic both had TP up for that play. So they could have probably turned that around if they went for it a little bit earlier. Or actually
Yeah.
went for it at all.
Yeah, they both had the opportunity to TP, especially Pogs, who didn't have a lane opponent at the time. I guess just looking for just a hard farm, which I mean he's already got practically a 20 CS lead on the Galio right now, which is practically really equivalent to the kill lead that Mouse Amazing has, despite only having a tier.
Yeah, he's about 500 gold down in total, but still good. He's doing his thing. Just farming up, getting that late game Cassiopeia bully status.
Oh yeah.
A hook onto the bot lane. Ezreal getting caught out without his E. He used it a little bit late there. Mouse Amazing going, or Shinoa going forward. Auto attack. One more hits a minion. He gets the kill, but
Nope.
oh, turret takes him down.
Execute!
Oh no!
Oh
Oh,
man, yeah, I hate to see that, but Pogs is gonna die.
oh, mid lane. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
That's dead Pogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good gank there
Solid
from the
g-
Ramus.
So I would say the issue is it's really just Shinua managed to grab the kill there, which means
This is a bad TP. This is a real bad TP.
Oh, is it
What
now?
a
Is it
stun.
now?
Pogs coming
Is
forward.
it?
Yeah, Echo's here as well. Ramus not taking a tower shot. They're able to get away.
Wow,
Woo.
that was a real power play on that on that TP. It was
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna TP into the Galio taunt and not die, by the way.
Honestly, whoever got their CC off first was good, right? Like, the taunt could have went off before the Kaz got her ult off, and that would have been real bad for Pogs.
Oh
But
yeah,
luckily,
it
didn't
was
happen.
an amazing ult from Pogs there. If he hadn't stunned both of them, he would have died.
Yeah, but
Echo
unfortunately,
though, looking for a misses the stun.
Ramus here
Ramus
as
is
well.
here.
Level 5 Shinwa not going to be
Echo
able to go
doesn't have
anywhere.
ult.
Cass on the backside. Pogs putting down a lot of damage. Trying to chase Mouse Mason, but
Here's
probably
3.
could have killed out too. Bagger coming in. Good
He's
stun
gonna
with the
get away.
cage. Yeah. He's to save Pogs for now.
By the way, meanwhile, top lane, Warwick had to flash away from the Ornn.
Resident Drunk pulling out a new decree. All echoes in the Rec League must die to turret pre-6.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't have ult, you're going to die as Ezreal, or not Ezreal.
Echo.
Echo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Echo does have 2 kills though. So now that's actually a rather strong. So oh wait, let's ignore the jungle right now. Let's look at that top lane CS difference. Holy shit!
Yeah,
he's
no, it's
almost up.
insane.
He's up 50 CS at 8 minutes. What?
And honestly, I think Charismatic should have just played Tryndamere in this matchup. If you know you're going to
agree.
get that big of a CS lead, just play something that doesn't care about the map and do your own goddamn thing the entire game.
That's such an insane CS lead at this point in the game. I can't believe how far ahead in CS he is.
Yeah, why is he even backing? He's Ornn. He doesn't need to do this. Just stay.
No, stay.
Getting the
But
mana
hey,
back.
Yes, he needs the mana. He's gonna buy some things. The Warwick is gonna have a lot of trouble this game. I think if Raptors plays this, just slows this game down a little bit, and allows the cast to actually buy some AP damage, they're gonna look really scary in about 5 minutes or so. That was amazing. Looking for some things. There's 4 people bot, but turns out pink words say, no, you're not allowed to 4-man gank us with this lane because we'll just walk away.
And I think Raptors are going to do a smart play here. Seeing that 3 members are on the bot side, they might just go for this Shelly. But they're going to start it a little bit too late.
By the way, it's 9.5 minutes and nobody's taken the dragon, which is
It's a sin in my book.
interesting play. Yeah, a hard sin.
And just as you say that, it looks like Sentinels are looking for this first dragon.
I don't know. The thing is, they know they're doing it though. Raptors. Oh, they're
not even doing it. The Balmy Cinder started it and just poked down the Ramus too much.
That's what it was. Whoops. Yeah,
Whoopsies.
Balmy Cinder. So Balmy Cinder actually, I don't think it does it proc even if you don't attack. I don't think it does. So they must have attacked it by accident.
I'm not sure anymore. I know they changed it so that regular monsters minions don't. We have a gank in the top lane. Up down chord. Gotta be able to walk away from it though.
Yep.
Shinwa just showing his presence.
Yep. So wow, this Ornn is up 50 CS at 10 minutes. That's insane.
Ridiculous.
But like we were saying, the dragon is starting to go down. But Raptors knows it's going on. However, Echo is top lane. So ooh, good hook.
Yeah, Tucker having to flash and blow the heal, but the dragon does go down.
Yep.
And Echo, honestly, I kind of wanted to see you use this Rift Herald somewhere on the map to get plate gold.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they only just.
Oh
wait!
Now it's basically going in. Gonna blow up Pogs.
Wow.
Flashing forward, getting that kill.
Great-
Direct to camera, going back to
kill
Tucker.
there. Wow.
And oh my God! Alpha's out for blood today. Oh, Mr. Neat! Oh, Dr. Neat, I'm bowing in my chair.
Oh my God!
Woo.
What an insane hook! They burned all the Sums bot lane and got the double kill there.
Oh, I gotta calm
man.
down from that. Jeez, insane. Pulling
What's
it
this
out.
turret at? All right, they got 3 plates off of that turret. That's a fed bot lane. So right now, let's just look at that. So if you look at the kill lead right now, Sentinels is in the lead. However, they are down almost 2,000 gold just from the CS difference in every single position.
Yeah, I mean 1,300 of that is on the Ornn right now, so a little bit negligible when you count the 4v4 fights that are gonna happen around Dragon. But seriously, Charismatic, this guy has a family.
50. Charismatic is up 50 CS right now. The jungler is up 10 CS. The Pog is up 20 CS, and Alfaris is up another 10 CS. It's such a big CS discrepancy. And Charismatic just got another plate right there, by the way.
Oh, Echo in the bot lane. Shino going on to Tucker. Doesn't have his E up.
Here's a TP.
Cage is down.
There goes Tucker.
Yeah, he's blown up. But now Mouse Amazing teleports into 3 members. Shinwa is super low. Ults back onto the Viger, though. Goes into the cage. And it's a double kill for Shinwa. TP comes from Pogs, but doesn't even matter. The fight's already over. And they pop the Shelly looking for this turret.
Oh
They're
my
going to
God,
be able to take it.
turret. That's first turret right there. Easy.
Yeah, they might look for more on this, honestly. They can get Shelly
They
charged
should look
twice.
for the second charge. They should absolutely look for the second charge.
Hell yeah. And
There's 4 people
Sentinel.
bot right now. Wow. Raptors looking to force some shit.
Mouse
Mr.
Amazing.
Neat.
Mouse
Oh,
Amazing.
can he land the hook? He lands the hook!
Oh, he got him!
They kill him! Yes! Mr. Neat stole the kill though!
Yeah, there's a
Great
sneaky
full
Mouse
NFL
Amazing in the bush. Got the kill onto the Echo, and that's a 450 shutdown bonus on top of it. So,
I missed that. Wow.
yeah, he was just like sitting in this bush right here. Just kind of
He
waiting
sure
for somebody to walk up.
They,
So,
they managed
yeah.
to grab the scuttle, but Dragon isn't up for, what, 2
Look
to 3 minutes?
Look at top lane.
They're just hanging out, just having a good time, just having a great time. Orn is saying, "Listen, I know you're trying to meme right now, but I'm also gonna kill you. So don't."
Yeah, so the part you missed was Charismatic and Uptown Core were both walking back to the second tier turret at the same pace. And then they
Nice.
both just stopped and faced each other.
Oh,
So good.
Wait. Oh my God. So Hot Soup just. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hot Soup had his sweeper activated, but just did not see Charismatic backing in that bush.
I don't know if they wanted to go for it.
I don't know if they would have gone for it, but still, like, he just didn't see him. He didn't see him, and so he just got a clean back right there. Man, so right now, look at the CS.
I mean, we've been looking at it all game. It's
Charismatic is up an insane amount of CS at 15 minutes. He's up 70, almost 70 CS.
double the amount.
Actually, no, literally 70. No, it's
60. It's 62.
62.
Gonna be more
63.
after this wave, but
Right, yeah, no. So Charismatic is trying to just hard carry on this Ornn, turns out. They've figured out the Bramble strat is put their top lane on Ornn, and
I don't even. It's not a Bramble strat, man. It's just Ornn is so
You're right.
strong right now in the meta. He's a lane bully. He can
Look
kill
at this.
people, and
Look at this.
it's just yeah, just doing what he does.
Yep, he's just autoing the Warwick. He has a force flash. Wow. And there you go. Now he's gonna just be up more and more farm. The Warwick has to back up. And what do you do about
Sneaky
this Ornn
bush.
right now?
Sneaky bush right here.
Oh,
Good
good-
cage,
good
but they
hook.
pull into the Ramus.
Oh, can you
MFO
do it?
across 3 members, and that is so much damage from Alpharos, and that's
Wow.
a double kill right there. Raptors
That Dragon
coming out on top in that fight.
sick this game. Raptors look so sick this game. What a great hook out of Mr. Neat.
And I mean, this is what we were saying before, right? Like, yes, you can only hook really the Vigar,
But that's all.
if you
that's what he
get
did.
super far
That's
ahead
what he
with
did.
these damage comps, no, he hooked the Ramus, right?
I think he hooked the Vagar. I could be. I don't know. It's
No.
hard to say. I blacked out.
You can rewind the fight. I think he hooked the Ramus there. The Vigar was on the back, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
like, the Ramus is super squishy at this point. And
You're right.
you have fed carries on your team. You blow them up. You blow up whoever you hook. Except for maybe Mouse Amazing with the stopwatch. But
Yeah. So right now, what Sentinels has going for them is the fact that Galio is very fed. But that's all they've got right now. Oh, and here's another.
yeah, good baby
Another
cage
fight.
from Hey Dude 5, though.
What?
Getting people super low. Mr. Neat having to walk away. The Warwick is here, but so are 2 members from the side of Raptors. And they're
Oh.
still pushing forward. Hey Dude 5 having to flash
Pogs,
away.
though.
And on the back side of things, Pogs is a little bit in
Oh
trouble.
my
But
God.
Misfortune zoning everybody away. Flash forward, but good flash away from Mouse Amazing. And now
How
people
did-
looking for more.
How did no one die in that whole series of events? No one died. By the way.
Yeah, I have no idea,
it-
but Tucker in the bot lane just
Tucker's
farming
gonna
up.
take I think they're gonna trade turrets here. I think they're gonna get mid lane turret for this.
Destroyed.
Raptors, I mean. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Good hook. Oh, I was a little ahead of myself there. Sorry.
Oh, that was a very close hook.
It was super close. And that probably would have
So,
been a dead Uptown Cord.
man, it's so deceptive. So in game, all you can see is the tower difference and the kill difference, and I guess you can calculate.
You know,
CS.
I can press X
But-
and show them the gold leads if you want to
Yeah,
talk through
exactly. So right now, Ornn is up 2,000 gold on the top laner.
it.
Echo
001
up,
is
Echo is
strictly
up
through CS.
2,000 gold. Echo is up 2,000 gold also. Like the ADC is also up 2,000 gold. Like the gold is exactly where Raptors wants it to be.
I mean, personally,
Even-
I'd rather on the Cass, but Misfortune's not bad.
Yeah, the basically the only discrepancy that Raptors has right now is the mid laners. But here comes
Ooh,
another fight.
Pogs going
Ground
in.
Ezreal.
He's not able to get away until he walks away from that Mouse Mazing in the middle of the fight as well. Hatsu getting taunt up, and he's just going to go down. Ezreal
There's a
across, a
hook.
good hook from Mouse Mazing. He's in the middle of things.
Oh,
Misfortunal,
man,
able to pick up one on the backside as well. Mouse Mazing still in Zonius, goes
Oh
down
my
to
God.
the Misfortune. Cassiopeia misses barely.
Here's Rift.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, that is a 606 MF right now. That's scary to deal with.
Charismatic just holding the turret for
Oh,
some
the
unknown reason.
flash!
Oh, Alpharus getting the kill onto
My
Tucker.
God!
Woo!
What a man mode flash that was, and he just kills him for it.
And now Warwick's in a bad spot as well. Charismatic hitting the knock-up,
Wow.
giving the kill as well. And they just
by
get
the way, oh my God,
inhibitor off of that at
that's
19 minutes.
19 and a half minute inhibitor is very hard to deal with. That's insane. Charismatic is just gonna take his tower, by the way. Okay. Just walks into it and odds it twice. He doesn't care about the turret damage because
I
he's
mean,
a fed
he's
Ornn.
Ornn.
Yeah. So Ornn is about to flame Horizon at 20 minutes, which is actually insane.
Yes,
And man,
that's just honestly though, Uptown Cord, one of the lower elo players in the league, and Charismatic, one of the higher players. It's expected, and I think Raptors are doing a good job of leaving Charismatic on an island to be able to bully the matchup. And
oh yeah.
that's how they're winning this game. That
So-
and, you know, the 7-0 Misfortune.
That might have something to do with
Might
it.
have
maybe.
something. Yeah, I
So-
mean,
so
Alpharus'
Ornn-
positioning in this game has been absolutely insane. And
It's
the
unbelievable.
ults.
His,
oof,
the ults have been
so good.
insane. So Ornn right now. Oh, they're going for Baron.
Oh, yeah, they are 20 minutes on the clock.
This
And
is blind. They have
Sentinels,
no idea it's happening.
yeah, they're don't expect a thing, and they're gonna go for the dragon, which I guess is their only other option. they're
They think they're posturing correctly, but they don't realize that the Baron is just dead.
Blue team has slain Baron Nashor.
I don't think they had any idea that was going down.
Yeah, and they might be able to burn this, but Raptors could look for a fight on the backside with the Baron
Oh, yeah.
minions.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, you might just want to march down mid.
I think. Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
they already
too
have
far
the
away.
inhib down, so there's not much they can really.
Galio going in,
Yeah,
two-man
oh,
stun. They've
Alvarez
got
getting
Alvarez.
on.
He has the stopwatch, though. Oh, no, coming across three members on the team. They didn't get
Oh,
Alvarez. Good
my
misfortune
God.
all across everyone. And that is just Sentinels going to the grave. Tucker,
Massive.
only one left.
Massive.
And, I mean, he's not
Oh,
going to be
man.
able to run away from
Are
this
they
one.
gonna try to end the?
Yeah, they're
trying
TPing
to
in.
end the game. They're trying to
Holy
end the game
crap.
right now. At 21
21 minutes. I mean, not trying. They're just going to do it. Tucker's
think
stuck in
you're-
a bad spot. He's going to go down
Tucker's
here.
dead. Tucker's dead.
Yeah, he's
They're
that's a
gonna
dead
end the
Tucker.
game. They're gonna end the game's over. Wow. What an insane game we just watched.
And I
Wow.
mean, game one, we said it. Sentinels struck back. They came from the ashes of a very bad season, and they looked super, super clean. That game was the opposite. Raptors came back from having a very poor season and looked the best we've ever seen them. I was
Oh yeah.
absolutely insane.
That was oh my god. A 909 MF. A 106 Ornn. That was unbelievably strong. They looked right there.
Yes, indeed. And whew, what a game. What a series. Those things were super fun to watch. We have about 20 minutes, so thank you, Raptors and Sentinels, for bringing us back on time
Yeah.
from the previous pauses in games. And we got some interviews to do. So who would you
I
like to
think
talk
so
to?
too. I think we have to bring in charismatic, and it's a tough choice, honestly.
Well,
Their whole team.
we'll do
I
Sentinels
think.
first since they won the first
Oh
game.
right, yeah.
And honestly, let's grab 2 for both games.
You do you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do 2. So I want to talk to Hot Soup 5.
Okay.
I
I
think
agree.
he played
Fair.
super well that first game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And sorry, we're gonna spend a little bit to set the stream up. We'll start doing this in a bit, just figuring out who wants to come in to talk to us.
That was an both games were super spicy there. That was a very incredible series there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we'll see what happens with the Mountain Scuttle game, but if Mountain does end up going 2-0, I think that
Both
kind
teams are
of
out, right?
yeah, that cuts Sentinels out of playoffs, and it
Well,
allows for Raptors a chance, and they have to 2-0 Mountain to be able to make it, and that's the only way.
oh yeah.
Although I guess Sentinels could 2-0 next week as well, and if Raptors 2-0, then there could be a 3-way tie, and that makes things a little interesting. But
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see what happens.
Oh yeah. That was oh man. So I gotta say, Mr. Neat, I think this is his first time not on Nautilus in his support, you know, position.
Yeah, at least on
And
a
he played so well on that blitzcrank. He hooked the right people every time. Like even though we were saying at the beginning of the game that he really only had one target to hook, and he pulled it off every single time. It was insane.
all right. So you want to just talk to Mr. Neat then? Bring him in.
We could do that. I mean,
We'll do that in
I want to talk.
charismatic. Yeah.
I want to talk to the whole Raptors team. To be
Nobody
honest.
from Sentinels is responding right now, so we'll try to grab Raptors first.
Okay. Yeah, let's see who we can get.
All right, I'm gonna pull him up here. We're gonna do X Mr. Neat.
Okay.
And then charismatic, wherever he is. Oh, is he not on my friends list? No. Well,
I have him. Do you need me to pull him in?
yeah, ask him.
He's up for it for sure.
Yeah. Okay, we'll bring him up right now then.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, welcome to the Castle Chat. How's it going?
Oh, thanks. Pretty good, dude.
Yeah, congratulations both of you on your 1-1 right there.
Thanks.
That was an absolutely insane series. The Blitzcrank though, by the way, was just popping off the whole game. The hooks were insane.
Well, so the funny thing is because like I heard you guys talking about the Blitzcrank against like the Ezreal, but like when they picked Vigar, he played Vigar earlier that day.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he
on
did.
air as support, so I knew that's where it was going.
Oh yeah, we were saying that you really only had one actual hook target, but you managed to pull it off the whole game, hooking the right people at the right time, and it was sick.
Yeah,
Not to mention that this top lane Ornn was just insane the whole game.
Oh yeah. I heard their top lane is new, so I just kept it frozen under my tower because he wasn't playing aggressive at all, and keeping it pushed would just get me camped.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Ornn was just too sick for him to deal with. It seems.
Yeah, we also had a motivational speech from Hunter here.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I flamed. I was flaming.
He flamed the entire team, including himself for the first game. Not a bad flame, but the first game he's like, "All right, guys, this is what we're doing," and we did it, and it worked.
All right. Can you actually talk to us a little bit about the first game and tell us? I mean, you guys ended up with a really significant goal lead in the first 10 minutes, and then it kind of fell away. What happened?
So I know me. I started inting really hard. Kept missing all my Qs and stuff. Our jungle, he was going in without saying anything, and he was trying to go in to save people and just ended up dying. Mr. Neat here, always wanted to ward by himself without saying anything either. So we just weren't really communicating well, or at all.
As a former support of Raptors, I have no idea what that's like. So, yeah, boarding by yourself, no one does that.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
Yeah, right. I was just trying to learn from you. Yeah, no, we didn't have the communication the first game, and it showed. Like we lost, and then the second game we had much better communication, work together as a team, and that's what can happen.
I think it was very clear the communication difference in the second game because you guys gained an advantage and just started running away with it. Really,
Yeah.
CS advantages in every single lane, including jungle,
Mhm.
and just yeah, Sentinels couldn't stop you.
Yeah. Normally, I take a hands off. I don't talk that much in comms, but after game one, I got tilted. And so I started trying to micro our team, telling our jungle to farm camps. He was doing that, telling telling them to walk together to ward. Just keep comms, keep communicating, and we just called our targets in team fights, and we just played like that. Neat was popping off with his hooks, getting hook after hook, so that was really good.
There's a reason on Blitzcrank my rune pages I grip, they rip.
That's a good one. Yeah, but again, congratulations. You guys ended
Thanks.
up going 1-1, which puts you still at the bottom of the tables, but the playoff hopes rest basically in this game coming up. If Mountain 2-0, I think Sentinels and
Actually,
Raptors.
if Mountain goes 0-2 and we 2-0 Mountain and Inferno actually 2-0s Sentinels next week, then we still go to the playoffs.
Right.
Right.
I think that
Right.
is the only chance for that, right? Because Mountains are what, 2-6 right now?
I think
So
that's right.
as long as they don't 2-0 and you beat them 2-0 next week, you can overtake them in playoffs.
Mhm.
So
Yep, and if stuff comes down to a tie, this quick win actually should help us out.
definitely.
Lower our
That was
average
that
win
was
time.
yeah. By the way, that was a 22-minute victory, which is probably one of the fastest in this entire season. So yeah, definitely helps you guys out in terms of win length.
Yep. So we're still in it. So we just got to play hard next week and show that if we do get in playoffs that we deserve to be there.
Absolutely.
And apologize to Twitch chat for the clash that just announced. 10 minutes left
Right.
on
That
login.
just happened to me too.
Yeah. But thank you very much for joining us for the interview. We appreciate having you and congratulations again. We're going to
Thanks.
quickly
Definitely.
pull in Hey Dude 5 for the win in the first game. And we'll be seeing you guys next week.
You all have a happy Mother's Day.
You too.
Thanks, bud.
All right. And now we're going to have Hey Dude 5.
It's just
Hello. How's it going?
hello.
Did Uptown Cord want to come as well?
You can pull him in if you want.
All right.
He's around.
Let's do this. I'm just going to change up the names real quick here, but congratulations on the 1-1. Those games were super hype. First one must have felt really, really good for you guys.
Yeah, first one was nice. Kind of, we were saying we would rather, if we're gonna go 1-1, win the second one, but take what we can get.
Yeah. So I want to ask, hey dude here, you actually played 3 games today. Did that have any effect on how you were playing these last 2 here for your actual team?
I don't think so. I don't know. The air game was actually pretty chill earlier, even though we
Nice.
lost.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talk us a little bit about the draft going into game 1.
So draft going into game one, we had our priorities were to get kind of our bot lane early, as well as Jacob our uptown chords on a comfortable pick because he is fairly new. So we ended up banning like a lot of top laners mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, I started
Go ahead,
playing
Jacob.
top about 12 days ago. I had played 4 games of Warwick before today. He seemed to be the champ I was most comfortable with, so I thought we'd roll with it. And
Okay.
that's that.
Honestly, though, I mean, you did really, really well playing into a Plat 2 top laner, which is one of the highest ranks we have here. And it it probably felt a little bit bad, but being so new to the role, you did really well.
Yeah, there's sometimes I forgot to do the basic stuff, just like, I'm Warwick, auto attack back. I just kind of let him push me around, but uh, it was okay. 1-1 isn't the worst.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
definitely.
And yeah, so you guys played super well. You fell a little bit behind early game, like you were saying. Can you tell us a little bit about the communication and how you ended up playing your style to come back into that game?
We didn't even really notice that we were too far behind. Like we knew they had a couple of kills and stuff, but we just focused on like rotating well, playing around Drake, and like our team fight was pretty good game one, so we just did that. And honestly, they just kept like jumping into us, so that was nice.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, and
So yeah. What? Go ahead.
game two
Oh
started off as a banger as well, talking about them
yeah,
jumping into you.
yeah. Game two was a little bit worse. We were really bad about our rotations game two and like actually moving together for anything. And that, yeah, it didn't work out as well.
All right, well, again, congratulations on the 1-1. The playoff race is still in full heat, as if you were listening to the stream. You guys have a chance if you 2-0 next week. I believe you are in a tiebreaker. And, I mean, it all depends on this next matchup between Scuttle Crab and Mountain, who are the teams
Yeah.
directly above you.
Yeah, what would it have to be something like a 1-1 next week for them, and we have to 2-0. So it's like a very narrow path, but it exists. I don't
Yeah.
even know what it is.
Do you have
Just
any
gotta win.
thoughts on taking down Infernal?
I mean, we're just gonna, play our best, see what happens.
Hell yeah,
Fair
we'd
enough.
love to hear it. Well, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate having you guys on. And
Yeah,
congratulations on the 1-1 tonight. We're going to be sending it off to the 10 o'clock game, which is going to be Mountain versus Scuttle.
You
It
have
actually
5
already
minutes
happened,
left to lock in.
and I have 5 minutes to lock in for Clash.
Me
So,
too. Turns out.
just want to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there and all the mothers watching this Rekt League. Probably not many, but we appreciate you anyways. And everybody else, thank you very much. Remember, like, subscribe, and we got some new merch on the table. Gonna be coming up with a website for that. And everyone, have a great day.